Hey guys, I want to show you why these little plastic things are so important to me, what they've meant to me growing up and what they mean to me now. Growing up as a kid, I was bullied a bit in school, and not for the normal reasons that you would expect, but more I was a young Taekwondo student and I had to learn martial arts. Of course, when you learnt martial arts, everybody called you the karate kid and wanted to fight you, and it was a hard thing to go to a school toilet without having a couple of people wanting to see how good you were, because my late father, he's passed away now, was actually the instructor, and everybody wanted to fight the karate kid, and it was actually quite stressful. You'd come to school and you'd get into these fights and things, you know, whether you wanted to or not. Obviously I was a bit of a toy nerd as well, and I love computer games and things like that, so I got picked on also for that reason. The thing that I really look forward to is being able to come home and, you know, watch the Ninja Turtles and play with the Ninja Turtles on the floor, and I felt safe because I was away from kids are just terrible at times, you know, and they're not getting any better in schools these days, but to turn the Ninja Turtles on at 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, to watch He-Man on those lucky days we were allowed to before school or on Saturday mornings, and have all of these figures. I really felt like these figures protected me. They provided a safe space for me. And as an adult, I've had to go through things such as divorce and whatever, and it sounds ridiculous that a 44-year-old would turn to toys as peace, turn to toys as serenity. But I guess back in the day, and even today, we're all trying to be something. We're all trying to, if you like, transform. We're all trying to take who we are and evolve, whatever it might be, and become a better version of ourselves as we learn more and whatever. And these toys are really heavily linked to that for me. And as I said, toys like He-Man, for example, I knew that I wasn't strong enough to fight three guys in a toilet block at the school, and that the school wasn't doing much about it. And I used to dream one day that I'd be the size of He-Man, to the point where I become a black belt martial artist, and I did a lot of weight training and things like that. Obviously I let myself go a bit in that time, and trying to get back into it. But you know, it's every kid wanted to be a He-Man. Every kid wanted to have the power. I think we all wanted to fight against evil. Nobody likes evil. Nobody likes people doing the wrong thing. And even back as a kid, because of that, I wanted to be a cop. You know, I literally wanted to serve and protect, so that other people didn't have to deal with some of that shit that I dealt with in school. And it was quite a tough story. So from the martial arts backgrounds, watching these sorts of movies all the time, Karate Kid, Bloodsport, Wrong Bet, and Ninja Turtles from the late 80s right through to the 1990s. We all wanted to be Ninja Turtles. We all wanted to jump out of trees and fight Shredder and whatever else. But what it did was it provided us a safe space away from all of the issues that you face when you're a kid. I've got kids of my own now, and I think, oh, how good would it be to be a kid? You sit there, you watch YouTube, you run outside, you go outside and play a bit of soccer, that sort of stuff. You know, they have a ball, they play with their slime, whatever they're into, they read, they play video games. But there's so much at the moment as to what brands of shoes and clothes that they wear on the weekends, what brands of shoes they wear to the school, what their school bags look like, all of this sort of stuff, because this bullying still happens and kids are still looking for a safe space. Well, guess what? It doesn't change. 30, 40 years later, it doesn't change. You've got the pressure of bills, you've got the pressure of taxation, you've got the pressure of things going up. Our petrol prices are about to go up in the next couple of days because of the situation that's happening in the Middle East. And we're looking for that safe space. We're looking for that spot. Now, if my blood pressure's going through the roof, or my heart rate's up because I'm trying to pay bills, I'm trying to pay car payments, or whether it be house payments, or whatever it might be, you know, you're trying to keep food on the table, you're trying to raise two kids as a single dad, you've got school fees, you've got all of this sort of stuff. You need a safe space. You need a calm space. And then I step into the toy room, and the blood pressure drops, and the heart rate drops. And I think about when I used to play with these toys with my dad on the floor of my bedroom, and Dad's no longer around now. And I remember how I wanted to be Skeletor, the bad guy, and Dad told me there was nothing wrong with being the good guy and he'd always be He-Man. And we'd sit there on the floor We play for what seemed like hours. It was probably 15 minutes in between him mowing lawns or whatever else, but these are the memories that you want to go back to. This is what this stuff means, the nostalgia of this stuff, to be able to go back to when we used to play with our mates. One day we stopped playing with our mates and it was the very last time. We used to play under the house, and we used to have Brave Star and He-Man, and we used to have Army Men, and we used to build army tanks and all of this cool stuff, and had all these bunkers underneath the house. It was the coolest thing. And one day our friends went home and they never come back again. And they were adults and they got their own adult responsibilities and they had their own kids. So at the end of the day, that's what this stuff means. It's a safe place. It's a happy place. It's a place to bring the blood pressure down for me, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. So if you're thinking, hey, people are going to think I'm a weirdo if I wear a Ninja Turtles hat at the age of 44. People are going to think I'm a weirdo if I've got a Little Mermaid tattoo on my arm at the age of 44. People are going to think I'm a weirdo where in my house, where there should be a dining table, there's over 1,000 retro action figures. Who gives a fuck what people think? Let's be honest. Who gives a fuck? At the end of the day, you could walk out tomorrow, get hit by a car, and if all you had was your authenticity, all you had is who you really are, and you died being you, there's worse things. So anyway, guys, that's what these little things mean to me. That's the deep meaning behind these things. This is why I will continue to collect long into my adulthood. And the best part about it as well is I'm not precious about this stuff. If my kids want to play with Dad with a 1980s He-Man on the floor, then I'll give them that time as well. Hope you got something out of that. Cheers. And don't forget, give yourself permission to play again.